No. 5 nights. No. Won't do a video. I won't. No. Not another.
Ha! Oh, jeez. It's just a dream. Wait. What the frickin'? Honey! Honey, help! I'm human!
What are you talking about? You've always been human.
Hey, what you reading?
The new Five Nights game got announced.
Hey everyone, Gaijin Goomba here. For some reason, I appear to be trapped in some kind of self-fulfilling nightmare where now I have arms and the Five Nights franchise hasn't stopped yet. I figured in order to escape this personal hell, I need to put this nightmare to rest by finally doing a culture shock about this franchise. Perhaps then my mind will be at ease. And believe it or not, I found a really unique cultural tie with this franchise, the Boogeyman.
Really, Goomba? The Boogeyman! Huh, next you're gonna tell us that the Scissor Man from Clock Tower is just a fairy tale.
Matt, what are you doing in my dreams? And why are you so mean?
Well, this is a nightmare after all. This isn't the real me. I'm just a mental hallucination personifying your doubt by picking apart your theory in an overly anal way. Which I believe is your number 3 personal fear. Am I right?
Fair enough. Anyway, fellow theorists, this is my top 5 countdown showing you how this 5-year-old's nightmare is, well, related to this 5-year-old's nightmare.
Oh, goody goody gumdrops! Goomba's got a theory. This should be interesting.
Number 5. Midnight. While it may be old hat to say that the Boogeyman only comes out at night, I bet you didn't know that the Boogeyman comes out specifically after midnight, also known as the witching hour, when all manner of monsters, witches, and ghosts roam the earth. It's also when black magic is at its absolute strongest. And how does this relate to Five Nights at Freddy's? Well, what time do you start work? 12 a.m. midnight. From there on in, it's nothing but haunted animatronic monsters trying to kill you, while their horrible powers make you lose your mind with supernatural changes to the restaurant.
Oh, come on, Goomba. It's pretty vague, don't you think? Whole monsters come out at night, and so do the FNAF animatronics. By your own admission, you've said that more than just the Boogeyman come out after midnight. How does singling him out make any sense?
Yes, very true, so let's move on to the next point. Number 4. Bad children. While you may think the Boogeyman is some cliché urban myth for kids in the West, the Boogeyman actually has a worldwide presence. From Afghanistan to Zimbabwe, nearly every spot in the world has some sort of darkness-dwelling monster who targets children. But surprisingly enough, they only have one target: bad children. Whether they won't go to sleep, take their medicine, or are generally a pain in the butt, parents around the globe have used this monster as a scapegoat to keep their kids in line by telling them the Boogeyman will come for them if they don't straighten up. Similarly, do the monstrous animatronics of FNAF only seem to go after bad guys. And according to your theories, Mr. Evil Nightmare Matt Pat, the only reason the animatronics seem interested in you and Phone Guy is because the killer had some association with the Night Guard staff. Sounds pretty familiar, huh?
Sure, if by familiar you mean speculative, the FNAF animatronics are the ghosts of the children trying to get revenge for their murders, not because they're acting on behalf of parents who can't get their kids to go to sleep.
Next point. Number 3. The flashlight. In Five Nights 2, it's literally the only means of survival against the ever-annoying Foxy, while in Five Nights 4, it warded away animatronics in the hallway, pushed aside the plush Nightmare Freddy's on your bed, and kept Plushtrap at bay. Truly, this humble tool was the single solid defense against the murderous animatronics. But how does this connect with the Boogeyman? As stated before, the Boogeyman is a nocturnal monster, only coming out after midnight. It swims in the darkness, drawing ever closer to its prey. However, a quick flash of light from a bulb will send it scurrying back to the closet or bed. And a nightlight will keep the monster from ever coming out in the first place.
Oh, Goomba, now you're just being adorable. It's like you got all your big research from Miss Jenkins' 3rd grade class. Spooky things are scared away by the flashlight.
Okay, fine. You want hard evidence, Mr. Hallucinatory Nightmare Matt Pat? I got just what you're looking for. Number 2. Stuffing. As everyone knows, in Five Nights at Freddy's, if you're caught by the animatronics, they stuff you in a suit which crushes your body against all the metal frames, wirings, and other mechanical unpleasantries. But in many Latin countries, Haiti, Eastern Europe, and even some Asian countries, the Boogeyman isn't just some generic-looking beast, but a humanoid monster named Sackman. Where, you guessed it, the monstrous man stuffs the bad child in his sack and carries him off to his home to eat or simply kill him.
Alright, that's legitimately interesting, but it's still pretty far off. I mean, it's a bit of a stretch, really. Seems more like a coincidence than anything else.
Alright then, Mr. Nightmare Mad Pat, let's see how you like this. Number 1. Fear.
Really, Goomba?
Just hear me out. In almost every multinational iteration of the Boogeyman, the thing that it feeds on and is strengthened by the most is fear. In fact, it takes on the form of that which the prey fears most in order to promptly feed before attacking. The Boogeyman isn't some single entity a fed-up parent made one day. It is the genius personification of the scariest thing of all that all humans of all cultures fear, the unknown. Some people would argue that that doesn't work, considering we know what's after us in FNAF, the animatronics. But what do we 100% know about them? No matter how well we theorize or how well we think we know these monsters, we don't know everything. After all, we knew who Freddy, Jason, and Michael were when we watched them on the big screen, but we were no less terrified of them. We're still scared because regardless of who we know the monster is, we still don't know where it is and when it's coming. And I believe it's not even the animatronics themselves that scare us. Look at every FNAF game in existence. FNAF 1 introduced Golden Freddy as a supernatural monster that causes hallucinations. Or how about those supernaturally changing wall posters? Five Nights 2? Shadow Bonnie, Shadow Freddy, even the puppet go beyond the situation we know of hiding from animatronics. FNAF 3? How about all of the phantom animatronics and how they seem to manipulate their environment outside of any sort of physical limitation? And FNAF 4? Oh, this is the best example. Because I firmly believe these horrific monster animatronics are delusions of our child protagonist, as his brother and his friends torture him by running around the house scaring him in their masks. But that's for another video. My point is, Five Nights at Freddy's, if not all good horror games, directly relates to the childhood Boogeyman because it capitalizes on our human fears of the unknowing. We know we're being attacked by animatronics, but that's literally it. And that's why we keep coming back. It's like you said in your last video, Matt. We keep coming back because we don't understand. We don't know. And we have to know because it keeps us awake at night. We as people of all nations fear what we don't understand. And that is the very essence of the Boogeyman. Fear of the unknown.
Alright, Goomba. You got me. Using my own episode against me and then putting it into a nice 5-item listicle format? It's hard to deny. I'll give this round to you, Goomba. Don't let it go to your head. I said don't let it go to your head, jeez. I give an inch and you take a mile, Goomba. You know, all this FNAF talk gives me an idea. I need to go away. Think about a few things.
Yes! Finally! I've conquered this nightmare. Any moment now I'll wake up and this will all be over. I'm not waking up.
Yep.
So is this real?
Yep.
But what about that whole evil nightmare hallucinatory MatPat thing?
Oh, it's just me. I love that we came up with a dramatic construct for this episode where I could just rip into you for the entire time.
So I'm stuck like this?
Looks like it. But hey, look on the bright side. At least people won't complain about your voice anymore. They'll probably complain about something else. Who knows? Welcome to the internet.
Crap. Well everyone, while I try to figure out how to get back to normal, click here to check out another recent video of mine on my channel, where I discuss the notorious Friday the 13th NES game, and how it may be one of the most brilliant horror games of its time. Or if you're curious about the footage of my friends playing FNAF, click here to check out our Let's Play channel where Gek and Olochi hilariously try to survive the night in Five Nights at Freddy's 4. And don't forget to subscribe to keep up to date on the newest releases. But until next time everyone, this is Gaijin Goomba signing out.